In this video, we'll be taking a look at the latest home media release from 20th Century Studios, 2019's Spies in Disguise on Blu-ray. We'll kick off with a brief unboxing of the multi-screen edition, and then get onto my quick thoughts of the film itself and my review of its Blu-ray presentation and special features. As always, I will leave affiliate links down below in the comments for anyone wishing to purchase the movie. All the editions of the film worldwide will be region-free, so if you're in the market to import, you'll have no issues playing any editions wherever you are. Before we go any further, please hit that like button down below, as it does wonders in getting my content out there, and don't forget to weigh in down in the comments below with your thoughts on Spies in Disguise. Spies in Disguise's Blu-ray set comes as a multi-screen edition bundled with a Blu-ray disc, a DVD disc, and a digital code. While 20th Century Studios is now owned by the Walt Disney Company and their home media division currently remains separate, their releases, including this one, are now incorporating Disney's template and edition title. The release comes in this pretty standard slipcover, which utilizes the key poster artwork from the film's theatrical release. While there's nothing too special about the slip, I love the use of this artwork as it's incredibly colourful and appealing. Unlike most of Disney's releases, the slip for Spies doesn't feature any kind of holofoil or light effects. However, there is an incredibly nice embossing right across all of the characters and the film's title. In fact, there's even more embossing here than on the majority of Disney slips, so this is definitely a really nice one. The spine of the slip is fairly plain with a solid blue colour and the film's white logo. There's an image of Will Smith's character as a pigeon down the bottom, and as you'll notice, the set carries the 20th Century Fox logo as one of the final films to be released under that banner before changing the name to, of course, 20th Century Studios. As you'll see, both spines are exactly the same on both sides. The back cover of the set is beautifully designed as well, with an array of dynamic stills taken from the movie. Again, no effects on the back cover. Of course, the regular specs and features are listed on here as well. Again, you will see the 20th Century Fox branding on the set here, and if you look really close, you'll note the Disney Movie Insiders logo in the bottom left-hand corner. So while this isn't technically a Disney release, you can still redeem its code through their rewards program. Taking the disc out of the sleeve, you'll see that the artwork on the case itself is exactly the same, with incredibly minor formatting differences. Opening up, the set comes with one insert, which is a digital code pamphlet for redemption and download of the movie via Movies Anywhere and its linked platforms. Strangely, while the cover does spruik the Disney Movie Insiders program, it doesn't come with a pamphlet for the Disney Movie Club. Unfortunately, as with all Disney releases, we get no artwork on the standard Blu-ray here, with a blue Blu-ray disc and a white DVD disc, both with silver writing. Spies in Disguise is of course the latest animated film from 20th Century's Blue Sky Animation Studios, now of course owned by Disney, and the first to be distributed by them. It stars Will Smith and Tom Holland in the lead roles. Spies in Disguise is a good fun adventure flick that's enjoyable for families of all ages. It has a highly original premise, which is always refreshing these days, and has plenty of big laughs and exciting action set pieces. Both Smith and Holland are great fun and have a fantastic chemistry, and their supporting cast, including the likes of Rashida Jones, Ben Mendelsohn, and Karen Gillan, are top-notch as well. It's not the best animated flick of 2019, and I'm unsure it's destined to be any kind of classic, but it's definitely worth checking out for a bit of light fun. I'd hoped to review the 4K edition of Spies for you guys, but 20th Century was only able to allocate me a copy of the standard Blu-ray, which is perfectly fine. So we'll be looking at the standard HD Blu-ray transfer of the film in this video. Spies is a beautifully designed film with incredibly distinctive animation style and design. While the movie has a really nice color palette, it does feel a little washed out at times with very low contrast levels, meaning there's hardly any deep blacks here. That said, having not seen this in cinemas, I'm not sure if this is a transfer issue or is inherent to the film's soft palette, mostly made up of pastel colors. This doesn't come off as an incredibly vibrant movie, though I think it definitely has the potential to be one, especially in the later action sequences. This is one I'd absolutely be interested in taking a look at in an HDR presentation, because I think it could be something quite spectacular, so I may end up picking this up in 4K down the line, or I guess wait for it to hit Disney Plus, which I think is the inevitability of it all. This all said, overall the presentation is very nice. Clarity is clear, textures and detailing are also solid. Again, this isn't a very sharp looking film, and in fact does have a very fine layer of what I only imagine is artificial film grain, which does give the movie a really beautiful filmic look, and I think actually works in its favour. While I'll likely pick myself up a 4K edition of the film somewhere down the line, this was still a very nice visual experience and should suffice for those on a budget. Just don't expect a reference quality presentation. Spies offers a 7.1 DTS track on the Blu-ray and it sounds really quite good. The music is lively and full and the sound effects are highly immersive. I can imagine this soundtrack being absolutely next level in 4K Atmos, but this soundtrack was perfectly fine. Spies in Disguise comes with a very small offering of a bit under 25 minutes of bonus features in addition to a film-length trivia track. In fact, the trivia track, called the Super Secret Spy Mode, is the most interesting and expansive feature on here. It's essentially a pop-up trivia track that runs throughout the movie, where the film's director and creatives occasionally appear to deliver small tidbits of behind-the-scenes info and divulge Easter eggs and film factoids. It's a pretty interesting feature of the kind we really don't get anymore, and actually extends the film's length by about 17 minutes. It's interesting for those who'd like to delve behind the film, but I wouldn't recommend it for a first time or general viewing of it. Though honestly, an audio commentary would have been a very nice companion to this as well. Aside from this, there's a very small and very cheesy 9-minute behind the scenes featurette called Infiltrating Blue Sky, giving a sneaky, covert look at the making of the movie. It's a very basic overview of the making of an animated film, going over character design, model work, story sessions, animation and effects. It's a fun one for the kids, but offers very little up for older animation fans, which I really have no problem with at all. Otherwise, there's a very small 4-minute guide to the film's gadgets for the kids, presented sort of as a visual dossier. There's a couple of music videos, 3 minutes worth of featurette spotlighting Mark Ronson's soundtrack for the film, a gallery of concept images, and the film's trailer. It's not the best selection of features, but the movie left me with little desire to delve deep into the behind the scenes stuff, so I guess it does suffice, and the kids will surely have a bit of fun with what's on offer here. Spies in Disguise is available to purchase in the USA and Canada on Blu-ray, 4K and DVD as of March 10th, 2020, and will find a release in select foreign markets from April. If you'd like to purchase a copy of the film, once again you can find affiliate purchase links down in the description below. Thanks to my wonderful new friends over at 20th Century Studios for sending over this early copy of Spies in Disguise on Blu-ray for the purposes of this review. If this is your first time viewing one of my videos and you'd like to see more like it in the future, then please don't forget to hit that big old subscribe button up on your screen, as well as that like button down below for that little extra support. Also, don't forget to check me out on social media, and please consider supporting me over on Patreon. Thanks for watching and have a fantastic day.